The TYP. Oh, my bad.
I'm leaving all that shit in there. I'm leaving all that in there. What is good, everyone? Thank you for tuning in. This is Tokyo-ish, episode 2. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love, for the support. We can't thank you enough. And we back. And we taking over.
Man,
Thank
for recording this on that episode 1. You feel me? Go run up them likes, go run up the views, and go run up.
Yeah, run up the numbers, man. Run them up.
Like, subscribe, comment.
All that shit's gonna be in the description box. All that shit's gonna be in there.
Play it on Apple, turn your phone down, and do what you gotta do.
Just play this shit to go to sleep. Have this shit on loop.
Literally, pause this episode, go back, rewatch episode 1, tell me how you really feel, then come back to episode 2, all right? Yeah. But with that being said, let's go ahead and introduce my all-star cast right here, my brothers, my peoples. Over here, we have HK Skins. What's going on, fam?
Nothing but love, peace, and basketball and sports.
Talking positivity today.
Dedicated.
And over here on my other side, we got Khalil. What's going on, fam?
Not much, man. Just chilling. Life is beautiful. Life is good.
Okay. Nothing to look up to this week. Nothing. No multitasking.
Nah, I'm off the game. I'm locked in right now. Potter. I got my pot hat on.
Last but not least, the audience favorite, the people's champ, the one, the only DJ. What's going on, fam?
What's good, man? Back ready to get the people what they want. Ready to pod, man. Ready to pod.
God MC.
Really?
The God Potter. The God microphone.
I'm hearing new nicknames on the streets now. Stephen AP. How we feeling?
I like that. Stephen AP. You know, that's big Cord inside joke right there. You got to be Cord La Familia to know P. Not everybody can know P. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, without further ado, boys, let's go ahead and jump into this. Let's give the people what they want, and that is more Tokyo-ish. So today we got, it's been out for a couple of days now. Dak finally got his money. So apparently he signed a 4-year, $160 million contract. With that said, 126 is guaranteed, and 66 of that is up front as a signing bonus.
Big bag.
So pretty much that makes that the highest bonus in history. And now Dak is the second highest QB paid in the NFL. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
We got to start with the Cowboy friend.
All right, so I'm gonna be unbiased with it. I'm happy that he got paid, and he deserved to get paid. A lot of people will be like, "Yo, Dak's not worth that money," but you got to think about it with quarterbacks. It's not about your talent. It's not about what you're really worth. It's about what the market is, and that's what the market was. So the next time a quarterback gets paid, they're gonna break these numbers, and it just kind of goes off of that. Like there's no reset in this QB market. It only just keeps going up and up. So, but yeah, man, I'm happy that he got paid. And as in being a Cowboys fan, I didn't want to have to go through the whole drama of franchise tags every year. And we don't have to start over. And trying to find a quarterback is fucking hard. Like, he might not be the best of the best, but he's damn great. And I think if we can surround him with the right talent and pieces, he can lead us to a Super Bowl, lead us deep in the playoffs, But yeah, man, it's good to see because Jerry is known to be very stubborn when it comes to money, or he's really stuck in his ways of the old football ways, and he didn't want to break the market. He didn't want to make Dak the highest paid, but he kind of had no choice. So I'm glad that he came to his senses and he just finally got the fuck out of the way and didn't ruin a good thing, because every good thing he has, Jerry ends up pushing it out the door, and it's always because of his ego. So it's good. Another to see a black man get paid, man. Shout out to Dak.
Shout out to Dak. I'll say, like you said, I'm happy he got paid. Is he worth it? No. Does he deserve it? Yes. So I think worth and deserve is two different things. Like Khalil mentioned, it's not what he's worth. It's what, the market says you're worth, and being to the fact all those other quarterbacks got paid. And it's like, if you make Dak mad in Dallas, who do you go to as you know? Who do you go to as quarterback? Obviously, Andy Dalton was
Andy Dalton.
like. And then another thing I wanted to bring up. Obviously, we may never know the truth, and we all know what we know, and it can't do nothing about it. But I think it's a racial underline there. Like, what took Jerry Jones so long to pay Dak? Like, it was clear you needed to pay him. You had no other option. You know what I'm saying? Like, and obviously,
You don't look like Tony Romo.
Let's keep it a bean. Let's call a spade a spade. If that was Tony Romo, he would have got his check. He actually paid Tony Romo.
Yeah, he paid Tony Romo crazy amount. Yeah.
Come on.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
now,
it's like,
what I'm going to say is, I'm glad Dak got paid, but he should have ran for the hills. he should have ran from the Dallas cemetery, because that's what he's playing for. You're playing for the cemetery. You're gonna get buried just like Romo.
Nah, I don't see that.
Nah,
because he's already led them to the playoffs and great, you know what I mean, in great seasons and shit like that. So I don't think it's a. I think it was a win-win for both sides. They both needed to do this deal.
Jerry Jones is not. He's not good for stifling players though,
or
stifling the team.
But like I said, this Jerry giving them the money is kind of this is new waters for Jerry. So I'm not gonna be super excited, but maybe I know his son is supposed to be taking over. Maybe his son is starting to kind of getting more of an influence and more of a voice in the front office and shit like that. And Jerry is kind of realizing like, all right, like maybe I need to kind of chill and be more of an owner instead of being a GM, owner, fucking coach, all that shit. Like Jerry just kind of just cut the fucking check, man. You got the money. Like cut the check. Cut the fucking check. Got that big ass stadium for what? And you trying to be cheap. Fuck out of here, Jerry. Pay that money.
We gonna revisit this once the season kicks off and they about 6 games in. We gonna see whether it was worth throwing him the bag and whether he should have stayed or should he should have ran.
Where else would that go though if he didn't take this back? Like where else?
There's plenty of options.
I mean, you act like Dak he's not a good quarterback to have options.
Yeah, he had options.
I mean,
let me ask you guys a question. So, based on what we just said, right, and as far as it's good that he got paid, but let's say they get off to 3-3 start, 3-4 start. You know what I'm saying? Something to where it's not looking promising, and it's looking like, man, they could use another O lineman, they could use another defensive player, but you can't because now you hit the cap because of Dak. Who gets blamed? Are we gonna blame Dak, or who gonna blame?
Oh, y'all gonna blame Dak. You know how Dallas do. They're going to blame the quarterback.
Oh, yeah. The quarterback going to get blamed, but I would more so blame for front office and for not drafting correctly. We had the 10th pick overall this year, so we should be able to get some decent talent there. So we got to draft correctly. We got to be flexible with the cap money that we do got remaining. Actually go after big free agents that want us. Like, I know Earl Thomas wasn't like still in his prime, but he was still a damn good player. He literally went up to Jason Garrett and said, "Yo, come get me. I want to play for you." And Jerry wouldn't fucking budge. I think they were asking for a 2nd-round pick or something like that, and Jerry would not fucking do it. So shit like that, like you gotta get out your own fucking way, bro. Like sometimes to be great, you're gonna have to cough up shit. You're gonna have to give up. You're like, you might have to give up a little bit of your future. You might have to spend some money. So, and even last year before Dak got injured, we were 2-2 before he got hurt or some shit like that. I know our record wasn't that great, but Dak was pitting up like 500 yards, 400-yard games every game, but the defense fucking sucked, and they're letting up fucking. So you know what I mean? Well, he can't play. Football is only one-way sport. He can't play defense, so the defense is fucking trash. Like I can't really blame Dak for that if he's going out doing everything he's supposed to be doing.
Right now, I ain't gonna make this racist, but it has to be difficult to play for an old white man with an ego.
Oh, it's probably the fucking worst.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Especially one that's never played the game itself, but is directing you to play as such.
Right.
I think Jerry played in college, I think.
He played college ball.
Yeah. Jerry was that stick in college.
Shut up.
Jerry's that stick, nigga.
Okay.
He played college ball, but even still, like I think he does demand a lot from his players, and as an owner, as an owner, he's not showing them that he's in it for the same. Like you're asking your players to go out and give 110%, but you're not doing that as an owner.
My nigga Jerry just want to be the superstar. He want all the credit, all that shit. Same shit when he had Jimmy Johnson and all these boys.
There we go.
He ran all these niggas out of town. Bill Parcells. He ran Bill Parcells out of town. All these niggas talk about how much they hate working for him. Like,
it's that ego.
Yeah, man.
But when he finds somebody that's gonna let him do it his way, Tony Romo, Jason Garrett, they're gonna stay there for a long time, regardless of their mediocre play.
They had to force this nigga to fire Jason Garrett. Like, it wasn't. This nigga was like, "Oh my god, this is the hardest thing ever for me." Why are you talking about a coach as your son? Like, you gotta. This is business, bro. You gotta keep all that shit separate. Talking about, oh, he's like a son to me. It's really hard for me to let him go. Blah blah. Like, man, fuck out of here, Jerry.
Yeah, I did want to bring up the stats about the previous quarterbacks here. So when we talk about Romo was only 2-4 in the playoffs. He only earned $125 million with all 14 years with the Cowboys. If you want to go farther back, Troy Aikman, he only earned 55 max with the Cowboys, but he was a 3-time Super Bowl champion.
Did Troy dirty?
But
Troy was the best quarterback they ever had.
Hey, hold on 1 second though. With those numbers though, you gotta. I don't know what you're looking at shows, but you got to kind of equate for inflation and shit like that because the numbers and those salaries are a lot different from back then.
You're right. Because like it was the times, it was the way the market was. But I will say this, going off of what we're talking about, if Dak is worth the money. Currently, right now, he's only been in the league for what, 4 or 5 years at this point. What's the playoff record? 1-2.
Yeah, 1-2 or 2-2, one of those.
Okay, so then that kind of goes back to, does he really deserve that much? Like it's kind of half and half because you have to think of the market value as of today, but then you got to think of performance wise with the team. So when you think really all that money plus the signing bonus up front, I'm not even talking about the guarantee. I'm talking about up front. That just shows you, hey, I don't care who else is out there. I don't care who's on the market. I want Dak. That's commitment towards Jerry. I'll give him that. But for the rest of the Cowboy fans or for anyone that's not Cowboy fans, it's going to be a lot of eyes looking at Dak for this upcoming season.
It's a lot of eyes, and as a quarterback, you don't get that scrutiny. But like I said, it's hard to find a real good quarterback, to find a top 10, top 15 tier quarterback, because then even Kirk Cousins got paid. And I'm pretty sure when they go into these contract negotiations, they pulling up, they pocket watching. You saying I'm worth this? Kirk Cousins just got this. He just got this much. How are you gonna tell me like, oh, I only can get this? Kirk Cousins just got 2 years, $80 million, fully guaranteed. On top of that, his whole shit fully guaranteed. So you can't tell me that I'm not better than Kirk Cousins. I don't have a better resume and shit like that. And if there's any Vikings fans watching, I don't mean to bully Kirk Cousins, but he's just the perfect example of. It's not the talent. It's not you. It's the fucking market. Because nobody can sit here and try to justify me why Kirk Cousins is getting all these fully guaranteed contracts and all this shit. This shit make no sense. That's why I say his agent is the fucking GOAT.
Hell of an agent. Facts.
His agent a GOAT.
The LeBron of agents.
Fully guaranteed, fam. He the only nigga in the NFL that got that.
That's crazy.
Yo, I don't know. I might fire my agent based off that. I'd be like, yo, get me Kirk Cousins' agent. I need him. I need guaranteed.
Right.
You can't take that back. You can cut me, shit. You can trade me, do whatever. I got this shit guaranteed, baby. You gotta pay me this $80 million.
I could snap my leg off the first snap. Like
exactly.
Give me my money.
I think that was another main thing with Dak, though. Coming off that big injury, you kind of want that. You need that security. You know what I mean? Like, what if he goes out there and he's never the same? Or what if he goes out there and, God forbids, he gets re-injured or something like that?
So at least he got his money. He hesitated. To get
So now, with that being said, Cowboys already locked up their quarterback. So now let's move it on over to Seattle. Russ, right now, no one's really sure. There's rumors that Russ wants to stay, but then Seattle is kind of biding their time. They're playing the mind game with Russ. So at this point, with Cowboys out the picture, obviously, we're now looking at possibly, I think it was
It
the
was
Saints and the Bears.
Saints, Raiders, and Bears now.
Okay, and
So
Raiders. Okay. At this point now, where do y'all see Russ heading, or do you see him staying put?
Seattle.
I think he still stays put, but they're saying that the Bears are about to throw that bag. They about to go all in on this nigga. So we're gonna see if, but it all is all up to Seattle if they really want to budge him. Like, all right, like we're gonna get rid of Russell Wilson. That is hard to do. You getting rid of Russell fucking Wilson. I don't know how you trade
Russell
him.
Wilson cares for Pete Carroll too much.
If I'm Seattle, that's not my problem. Like, you're not going to, and if I'm Seattle, for Chicago to even start that phone call, you have to call and say Khalil Mack. Like, if you're not even mentioning Khalil Mack, get off my phone. So it's like, how does that deal get done unless Seattle says, hey, give us 4 or 5 first round picks, we'll take a receiver off you while we at it.
They're not doing that.
They're gonna have to.
If they're not doing that, then Russell Wilson stays in Seattle.
Yeah, I think they would rather keep Russell than to give all that away.
Oh yeah, they bro, that's a top 5, however you want to rank him. That nigga's an elite quarterback. You're not about to just get that nigga up for no scraps.
Just
you already got him locked up.
Mad. Just because he mad.
Oh, yeah, nigga, you gonna be mad and you gonna go play. Like that's the problem with the NFL compared to the NBA. The NBA, you can complain and you can complain and like, yo, I want to get traded, and then you're gonna get traded the next day. The NFL, these niggas got to shut up and pretty much play. It ain't no forcing your way out of no town and no city. And we really haven't seen a player be able to get their way like that. And even when they did, we see the stigma that gets attached to these NFL players and the way that they talk about these dudes that start forcing trades and forcing their way out and shit like that. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him and Deshaun Watson, because I honestly don't see either of them two kind of moving, unfortunately. Like, they're going to kind of have to put up with them grievances.
But see, here's the difference of their situation and why I think that Russell is not going nowhere and Watson is. Russell, if he goes back to his team, they can still be a competitive team, and they're going to win 8 to 9 games like they've done every year since been their starting quarterback. And we're going to look at them as a threat to win the Super Bowl going into the playoffs, regardless, because they got Russell Wilson and, coaching and whatever else. If Watson go back to the Texans, they're going like 3-13 again or 4-12. So it's kind of like, grant me my wish, because y'all know we're rebuilding. You know what I'm saying? If we're in a rebuilding mode and I'm clearly an elite quarterback that can go take a team to the Super Bowl right now, but not this team, let me go. You know what I'm saying? I've done everything y'all asked. I've played my role. Let me go. And what makes me more mad about that situation is they granted J.J. Watt his trade request.
Yeah.
And not only did you grant it to him, you let him go exactly where he wanted to go, fam. So it's like, come on, bro. Don't play the dark-skinned dude. I'm not going to say black and white. Don't play the dark-skinned dude when he asked for his trade request and make it seem like he's selfish, he's this, he's that, because he want out. But then the lighter guy, J.J. Watt here, soon as he asked to get traded, bro, he was traded, a week and a half later to the same team he wanted to go to the exact destination he wanted to go to. And you telling me there's nothing to that? But yet the owner coming out right now saying, oh, well, Deshaun Watson just going to have to play. Like, come on, bro. That's not fair.
Deshaun been playing this whole shit perfectly, but I think he need to make this shit ugly. If he really want to go, he need it. Unfortunately, that's what's going to take. He playing it too cool. Like, he's not saying nothing. I don't think he's been speaking. He hasn't been tweeting, no social media, no nothing. He's just been ghost, just kind of letting it play out and shit. But yeah, he gonna have to force his hand if he really want to get out of there. And I don't blame him. I would want to get the fuck out of there. They didn't even re-sign Will Fuller. They let this nigga walk into free agency. And somebody's probably gonna outbid them and take Will Fuller. Now he's about to really go out there. No O-line, no receivers. Like, what the fuck do you want this man to do?
Die?
Fucking playing with me right now.
It's Texas.
Playing with me right now, bro. I'll be tight. Like, I'm like, hell no, I'm not going back out there. And reports have said if the Texans don't trade him, he's already fully prepared and willing to sit out this full season. So, like, he's not playing no games with these niggas. So they need to stop trying to play hardball with these niggas, man.
I mean, that's going to hurt the Texans, but that's also going to hurt him too.
That's going to hurt his value off the
I mean, it's
rip.
gonna
That's
hurt him, but
No, I don't think.
sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, though.
I honestly think it'll hurt him more than it will hurt the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Yeah.
say him, I mean it'll hurt just his football career. Like when we look back at it, we're gonna hold that. I don't think it's gonna hurt his value. I think he could sit out a full year and come back, and every
Yeah,
team.
but
Yeah,
what I'm talking about is you see how with teams like he get along well with others. He's a good team player. You see when you start to be difficult to this extent, they make a mental note of that. Like they don't want to have that problem. So
Yeah.
now you become hard to trade because no other team wants to deal with somebody that might sit out a season because they don't agree.
I'm rolling with you. I'm rolling, but to a certain extent. Like I agree with what you're saying, but I think when it comes to a talent like Deshaun Watson, it like you can't blackball that type of talent. You could put.
You think the NFL can't? You think they can't manipulate and twist shit to make you look problematic and difficult?
Not to it.
I agree with you, but I do think this situation is a little bit different. Everybody in the NFL can look at the Texans and realize that they're a shit organization and that they're not doing nothing for them. So I feel like the Colin Kaepernick, that's different though. That's a lot. That's way different. That's way different, bro.
I'm a Niner fan, bro. Deshaun Watson, Colin Kaepernick is no Deshaun Watson by no stretch of the imagination. Let's not do that.
And the situation on what got Kaepernick out of the league is a lot different than what Deshaun Watson is going through.
So we're gonna have a little quick, 2-3 minute discussion about. We saying Colin Kaepernick was an average quarterback. He wasn't good.
He was average.
He was falling off. He
was average.
After Harbaugh,
he was falling off. Listen, I watched every Niner game. Colin Kaepernick could not throw a 5-yard touch pass.
Hey, man, don't play a nigga like that.
He's throwing a 5-yard to 10-yard touch pass as a 90-mile fastball. We can't have that.
All right.
We can't have that. Colin Kaepernick still couldn't go through his reads.
This nigga Pete, damn.
I'm sorry. I love Kaepernick like the next man. After 2 years, it was clear you're not like the quarterback that we thought you were.
After
no, I don't think I definitely think he was on the wrong team. But to sit there and say that he wasn't a good quarterback.
They built that shit. They built that shit from. What was it, Jim? Is it Jim or John that y'all had?
We had John.
After Jim. John left, it was sad. It was sad for Kaepernick. After he left, it was too good.
He's a quarterback's coach. Kaepernick, just trust me, bro. Kaepernick wasn't it.
Okay.
I'm not saying that he could have got better, but that's neither here nor there.
I wouldn't even say caliber. But you're telling me the NFL. You're telling me the NFL wouldn't do quarterbacks dirty like they did Kaepernick. Like I see them doing that to Watson as well.
To Watson is just different. It's not. I don't see it going down like that.
I see it like if they tried to do what they did, not even as far as like the black ball, like because obviously it's different.
I don't even say black ball, but playing the long game of
right.
We're the organization. You're just a player. We've got time in our hands. What do you want to do? Do you want this to get ugly, or do you want to really get this fucked up? So that's the organization talking to Watson right now.
And you have to actually
that guy's back last year. Shit, I was sit out. Fuck it.
But you have to ask yourself: Could Deshaun Watson really sit out a whole season and not have any repercussions? Something is going to come down.
He gonna miss money. He gonna get a lot of fines. People probably gonna try to talk shit on him, but he's doing it for all the right reasons. And I think other organizations know that the Texans they're not shit, and they see what they're doing. They traded D-Hop for scraps. They just let Will Fuller leave. They got rid of J.J. Watt. They got rid of Jadeveon Clowney. They done a lot of fucking shitty organization things, and I feel like other people can look at Deshaun Watson and understand and be like, yo, you are 100% valid and what you're doing is okay. And we're not going to – I'll take this chance and I'm going to go get you and I'm going to put you in a happy situation because he has a no trade clause. So he's not going to a team that he don't want to go to. He has to waive that no trade clause for him to get traded. So I don't think if he gets traded and he goes somewhere, he's not going to be an issue. He's not a distractor and he's not that kind of player. I think anybody would be frustrated in that situation. Look what the fuck they doing to him. Why would I want to play for y'all? Like, you guys are incompetent. Like, nah, this is retarded. Like, this is stupid. No help, no nothing.
Yeah, no, I agree. We'll see. It's actually pretty interesting to see how it's gonna play out. Like, it's gonna be a lot of movement next year in NFL.
Yeah.
The GOAT just signed another 4 years.
Boy, Brady.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Tom Brady.
Money. We don't know what the bag is worth though. That's the thing.
It got to be a hefty. It has to be a hefty.
Give me a number.
I mean, for 4 years, I see $10 million a season.
Okay, Khalil.
I got it around the same amount because if you think about it, the reason why it's for, like I was saying to y'all in pre-production, I don't think Tom plays out to 4 years, but if you do number-wise, it's easier to stretch the money over a long-term contract. So if he does 4 years, you can kind of make the money stretch a little bit, like per season, and that's probably how they're saving the money. And I think he saved off 18 mil off the cap room, this deal. So yeah, it's probably something around there, and that's why the length of 4 years.
Just like
DJ,
the music. Go ahead, DJ.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy he feels he can play this late into his career. I'm happy for Tampa Bay. They feel like they got themselves a quarterback for the next few years, which
they about to be running shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's Tom Brady. But as a fan of football and as a fan of as a grown to fan of Tom Brady, I used to hate Tom Brady. I've grown to be a fan of him. So as a fan of Tom Brady now, I don't want to see him go out bad because I think like you gotta leave while the football guys are letting you walk away.
Yeah,
it's kind of like right, like what you were saying yesterday. It's kind of like you test him. I look at it like he's testing them. He's not obviously not doing that on purpose, but it's like you testing them. They will show you that you should have retired a year ago. Because now at this age, it's like it's gonna be that one hit that take him out, and we're gonna be like, damn, not Tom Brady.
He's the one time to go outside like Peyton Manning. Well, Peyton Manning went out with the ring, but he still looked sad as fuck out there.
But even Peyton Manning, like he didn't go out with that hit though. Like he played trash in the Super Bowl, but he still didn't get hit to where it was like he can't walk no more. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna respect my Broncos. You gonna respect my Broncos. All right. So continue though.
That nigga Peyton was sad as hell that whole year. That shit looked bad.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it's gonna be one at this point. Like it's gonna have to be one hit that take him out, and we all just gonna look back like, damn, Brady would have had 8 rings if he didn't get his head knocked off in 2021.
But even put it like this, even if he don't get his head knocked off, say he go, it's like a 4-12 season. That's bad to me.
Nah,
they're not going for it.
Like
you shouldn't. They ran back the whole roster. They're not going for it.
Hypothetically, 4-12. That's messing up your legacy right there.
It's not. His legacy is cemented. There's nothing.
You can't mess. He got 7 rings, nigga. You cannot mess that up.
But just like DJ said, like you got them young boys on the defensive line that looking like, oh, you still out here? You still out here?
Yeah.
Let me tell you regarding his legacy though, seeing what you was just saying. Brady can go 0-16 this year. And guess what he can say after
No, you can't.
Hear me out. Guess what he can say after the season? I thought I had it one more year. You know what? You know why I say he can't? You know why I say he can't? Because you won the Super Bowl. If you would have did that and you would have not won the Super Bowl, then you can go 0-16 and chuck it up as I thought I could, you know what I'm saying? I thought I could get there. But you can't win the Super Bowl and then literally be winless the next season. It's gonna look like that whole Tampa Bay run was a fluke.
But that's a crazy hypothetical though. These niggas not going. Come on, man. They guarantee for 10 wins next year, easily.
Real quick before
you think Pat Mahomes learned this lesson? You don't think he's doing his homework?
I don't. The thing is with Pat though, I don't like. I'm not putting that much blame on him. Well, he played bad. Yes,
no, he played bad.
But
he played bad.
But that O-line was really a fucking problem. Like they got to do something about that. And they cut the 2 best O-lines that they had. So I don't get what the fuck. How you watch that Super Bowl and think that the best decision that we got to do going forward is cut 2 O-linemen?
I didn't understand that either.
Bro, he was literally running for his life though. I think what they said, he had the most just scrambling out of the pocket yards ever in the Super Bowl. Like
197.
Yeah, this shit is crazy. Like, I don't get how is that the solution? Because it's not offense.
Who do you get rid of? Do you get rid of the coach? Offensive coach?
Nah, I like Big Red. I like Big Red.
If you Kansas City, you don't panic. You stand pat. You
got to stand pat. Protect him. That's what you got to protect your investment. Like
you was just right there. It ain't like you was far off.
Andy Reid's son, he worked for KC too, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Something just happened with him in the car.
Yeah, he got a car accident before, like
DUI.
2 nights before the game. That shit fucked.
He actually
DUI?
hurt.
Yeah, it was DUI. Yeah,
it was a bad accident. He got in a bad accident.
I'm not sure if the kid passed, but I heard something like that the kid had passed.
I don't think she passed, but she's permanently something. I don't want to speak.
Yeah, but she's like real, like she messed up though.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Y'all seen
prayers to everybody involved. Prayers to everybody involved.
Prayers. Y'all seen Drew Brees retired. He announced his retirement today.
I was gonna say, man is 42.
About time.
Brees was looking sad in that playoff game. Brady put that nigga in his bed.
We ain't gonna do that though. He a goat.
Nah,
but I think it's more in the sense you see that the controversy he got in before the season started.
Oh yeah.
I think that kind of solidified. He was like, yeah, I don't want to keep doing this.
Yeah, he fucked up bad. So Brees retired and they gave Taysom Hill 4 years, $140 million.
Today?
Yes. 4 years.
All right.
4 years, 140. 140. Right. That nigga's 30, bro.
You said what?
That nigga 30 years old.
Oh, I thought you said he's 30.
I couldn't be on free agency and hear that. I'd be so disrespectful walking in. I want 200 million in Bitcoin.
They gave 140 to a guy who's a flanker. He's like an X Factor.
A glorified Tim Tebow.
Pretty much.
A glorified Tim Tebow got 140 mil.
I should have played football. Man, but that's crazy. That's crazy. That's the world. Is that it in the world of football?
I gotta look at the other contracts on that team. I'd be tight if I was on the defense.
I ain't gonna hold you. If I'm Jameis Winston, I'm walking into meetings like, yo, show me the money.
Show me the bag, because y'all got it. Y'all get this nigga 140? Yeah, I need half of that at least.
I know they're not thinking of moving on with Taysom Hill as QB1. I hope so, because we play the Saints next year, I believe.
Niggas gonna be smoking that Saints pack. That shit gonna be potent next year.
All right. So with that being said, we had to talk, and I want to just kind of step away from the mic and kind of offer this to Khalil real quick. I want you to talk your ish right now. Yeah, we gonna put you front and center today, sir. This is your episode, your time to shine. So I'm gonna just throw out the situation, and then the floor is yours. But
all right.
Obviously, we know at this point. A lot of stuff goes on with the Knicks every season. It's never good. It's always bad.
Bums.
Honestly, it's always some fuckboy shit. So recently, Patrick Ewing came back to Madison Square Garden, tried to get entry, or he was having some difficulties to say. And the fact that he couldn't just get clear entrance was befuddled. But let me shut up. Khalil, take the floor.
All right, I'm gonna start off with love before I even go. I'm from Jersey, so all the New York niggas that's listening, don't try to kill me and saying I'm unqualified. But I want to shout out to Knicks for a good season as well. But come on, man. When I seen this report and I was watching Patrick Ewing talk about it, that's just disrespectful. One, how you work at Madison Square Garden, you don't know who Patrick Ewing is. Like, one, he don't even look like a regular nigga. He's 7'1". Like, you're not just seeing this nigga and thinking that he's a normal person and harassing him. His fucking number is in his jersey's in the rafters. He was there 15 years. I know a lot of people might be upset about some of the shit that he did or he didn't achieve in his NBA career, but he was still one of the greatest Knicks ever. So you got to just give the respect. The thing is with the Knicks, I don't understand how you keep on disrespecting your legends. A couple years ago with Charles Oakley, they fucking were literally in public on live TV harassing this man, physically getting him out of the stands, and it's just a bad look to treat your legends like that because what history are you guys displaying? You guys don't have no culture. I feel like when you're doing shit like that, even with the Spike Lee shit last year, when they were all of a sudden they were making Spike Lee kind of take different interests and saying that the shit that he's been doing for years he can't do. Motherfucker, Spike Lee probably made the Knicks more famous than most of the players did. How do you disrespect Spike Lee? Spike Lee made the Knicks cool when y'all fucking suck and winning only 10 games a season. Spike Lee's still there every fucking home game. How are you disrespecting people like that? What culture?
He got more iconic moments than some Knicks players.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck? Spike Lee is the Knicks. When you think of Spike Lee, like, you know what I mean? When you're thinking about Madison Square Garden, you're thinking about Knicks. It's the same shit with the Lakers. With the Staples Center, you're thinking about Jack Nicholson. You think about all the legends that's always there. Right. Spike Lee is one of those dudes. How y'all disrespecting him? Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. It's just crazy to me. And that's why the Knicks is always going to Knicks. How y'all having this great season and you still having bullshit like this?
You see what the problem is? I'm gonna tell you as a New Yorker, you know what I'm saying, that been to Knicks games.
Well, James Dolan, by the way, too.
The problem with the Madison Square Garden is that they hire a lot of people that don't know shit about basketball. You know what I'm saying? So they'll see these people walk up and don't know who this person is, or they don't know, they're not into hip hop. Like, these are people that they listen to rock and they live downtown in the Village and they hang around a lot of white people, but they work at Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? So they around a lot of us, but they have refused to do their research, get to know, do homework. They just work at Madison Square Garden. And this is where a lot of the, you know what I'm saying, certain celebs and legends not getting their proper respect, because it's a 19-year-old kid that just got a job. Like, he don't know who the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even get mad at that. But I would blame that comes down to HR and Madison Square Garden hiring the correct people that know who these people are.
Man, when you do your job orientation, these niggas need to be front on the first slideshow. Legend, GOAT, best big player ever. Blah blah blah. Like, listen, these niggas, like,
if you got to take it back to kindergarten and pull out a chart and say who's this and who's that.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, and that's why everybody in Brooklyn now.
Facts. I still ain't going to the Barclays though. No.
Nah, you still not?
Nah, I like my life. You know what I'm saying? Like Tekashi 6ix9ine, he be out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them problems.
All the rappers in Miami still. They I don't know if they made their way back to New York yet.
No, they be in Brooklyn. They might not be in the Barclays, but they be around there.
All these niggas is temporary housing in Miami and Atlanta right now. That's where everybody at.
Yeah. I seen all of that. It's just because Miami and Atlanta open.
Right.
So I do want to say, even though MSG isn't respecting Ewing enough, do you think at this point it's time to give respect to Julius Randle? My man is putting up buckets right now. He's looking good. He's putting on for the Knicks right now. So is it time to give him his flowers, or is it too soon?
It's definitely
too soon.
Too soon?
It depends on what you mean by flowers. So
I need another season. I need another season of this type of energy, and then we giving him the flowers. But it's too soon.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid.
Reasons I agree with that. Perfect example. Karl Anthony Towns came in balling.
Linsanity.
We started to refer, not we, but the masses started to refer as Karl Anthony Towns as one of the top 10 players, one of the best bigs, and he's a hell of a talented player. Can't take that away from him. But it's more than just talent. It's effort. It's will. It's how you doing with your team. What Julius Randle doing this year is everything that Karl Anthony Towns should have been doing for his team as far as leading a young team. Now, with that being said, he got to do this for another, I don't want to say another full year. Maybe like if we continue this for the rest of the year, Knicks get bounced out first round, then he come back next year, first half of the season doing the same thing, maybe to where we at now next year, and he's still doing this. then you could give him his flowers, give him whatever he deserved. Because right now he's averaging like 23, 11, and 5. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That needs respect. That needs big respect. But
Nah, he on fire.
if you want to feel like it's not a fluke, you got to come do it again. Because still, nobody's taking the Knicks serious. So I think more than numbers or more than him doing this again, because he's going to be a free agent after this year. If he gets re-signed and also carry this Knicks team back to this same point next year, or maybe slightly better,
he's getting re-signed. That's one thing the Knicks gonna do. They're gonna re-sign Julius Randle.
I mean, you would think, right? They can do it. They can do it now. You still haven't done it.
Knicks gonna Nick. The Knicks gonna Nick, man.
Yep.
I don't trust these niggas. They'll let this nigga have this amazing ass season and let him walk.
I mean, I will say Thibodeau said that at first he came in thinking I'm finna trade some of these veteran players out of here, but now he said he's not really as easy to want to trade them because
Thibodeau's doing his damn thing, but Thibodeau need to fucking learn his lesson about playing these players to the fucking ground. I'm watching the Knicks. They up 30, and Julius Randle's still in the game. Why is he still in the game in the fourth quarter, up 30 points? You don't learn your lesson. This is the same shit you did to Derrick Rose, Luol Deng, Joakim Noah, Jimmy Butler. You ran all these players to the fucking ground. You gotta come on, man. He gotta like use your bench. Shit. Please.
Be a coach.
But Julius Randle, he my nigga Julius Randle balling, man. I got a soft spot for him because he wanted like the Laker kids that got outcasted and they traded him or whatever they did with him. So yeah, it was cool to see him.
Brown Hall? Oh no, he was part of the Brown Hall.
He was.
Nah, he was before. He was when Magic Johnson first took over. He was one of the first ones he traded. But Braun wasn't there yet. It was the year before Braun.
Yeah,
Braun never got to play with Julius Randle.
You're right. No, he's right. He's right.
Yeah.
Oh, so they just did deal with the Pelicans 2 years then.
Did he play 2 seasons on the Pelicans? I think he might have.
Oh, it don't matter.
But nah, he didn't get to play with Braun. Yeah, when Magic Johnson took over, the first thing he did was trade D'Angelo Russell, and I think he let Julius Randle walk. Like Julius Randle had like that rookie, there's like the 2 year after your rookie deal or some shit, they can pick it up or let it go. And Magic just didn't pick it up, and he just let him walk.
Oh wow, it's bad.
So I'm looking at it now. 4 seasons with the Lakers, 1 season with the Pelicans,
and on the Lakers,
2 right now with Knicks.
What the fuck? He was there 4 years on the bro. I thought he was there only 2 years. Cause I remember the year he got hurt his first game, and then, well, yeah, fuck it.
Well, he could have been on the roster and he's just not active.
Yeah. The stats are looking at he only played 1 game back in the 2014.
He broke his first shit, like literally the first game, like as soon as he got in.
First play, it wasn't even the first game.
I'll never forget that. Man, that was crazy.
But yeah, man, kudos to Julius Randle. He balling. Hopefully he can keep it up.
He on fire right now.
Up, man.
Give the Knicks something to be happy at.
Yeah, shout out to the Knicks. Hopefully y'all keep this shit up.
Please. Fucking New Yorkers are crazy, man. They love their fucking Knicks.
Listen, I'm from Harlem. I don't like the Knicks. I don't like the Knicks.
Damn. Well, with that said, another team, Philly.
Knicks gave me PTSD.
Philly's not looking good right now, boys. Embiid is out for 2 weeks. Believe he injured his knee. But at this point, with Embiid out, a lot of things could change. One of the things is the MVP talk. Gentlemen, at this point, with him being injured, is he still in the race? Does anyone come in and take the spot? What you say?
I'm going to have to say, obviously, he's out of it because if he's out, right now it's saying 2 to 4 weeks. If he's out for the latter of that, which is 4 weeks, so if he's out for a full month, there's no way he can come back and still
he can't win MVP like that.
So for me, personally, it will have to go to Dame at that point. If everything as far as the standings stay the same. Like, I think Portland is 5th right now. And yeah, Portland's 5th. So yeah, so it would have to go to Dame right now, in my opinion, if Embiid is out, with LeBron being, I guess, second. Like, second can go to Curry, if you ask me. There's plenty of people. I just don't see – we can't put LeBron, in my opinion, in that top 3 MVP race because –
Kyrie.
No. Harden's the MVP right now.
No. I would
All
agree.
right. We
The
got
man ain't put up 28.
Harden's the MVP right now.
He didn't
no.
put up
Harden's the
28.
MVP right now.
No, bro, y'all
No.
got to stop. I'm gonna
Harden.
let you finish. Everybody on the big three on the Nets got to be canceled out. I came from where they canceled out Curry and KD on the same team because they was too good on the same team. I'm not
KD
trying to
even
hear
playing right
Nope.
now though.
KD ain't playing a month.
Doesn't
KD ain't
matter.
playing.
That means
It
you
does
still got
matter.
That means you
Bro.
still got 2 top 10 players on one team that cancel each other out for MVP.
No,
What are you talking
no, it don't.
Nah.
No, it
'Cause
don't. Not when you do what you're
First
doing.
of all, it's barely time where they on the court together. They're usually not on the court together.
Doesn't matter. I'm
Nah,
just
they don't.
going
Kyrie
based off
been
of what
balling, my G. Come on, man. Don't do that.
he has, but at the same time, so here's the thing. What did Kyrie do on his own as a leader in Boston? Nothing. What did Kyrie do last year as a leader in Brooklyn by himself?
Why you bringing up old shit?
You're right. And my point is to say it's clear that he's not doing this because he's great, but it's not him. It's the help he has around him that's allowing him the court to open up for him like that.
What help? What help?
Nigga, he's playing with James Harden. Don't act like he don't got help.
Listen, nah, he's not. But Harden is barely on the court with him at the same time. And I've watched the games. It's not like they doing a back and forth thing. It's usually Harden taking the ball, dribbling the ball up, and he'll shoot or he'll drive. And Kyrie does the same thing. They don't pass the ball to each other or to anybody else for that matter.
You can't say that.
You could be right, but the only reason I'm saying that is because I watched them play Curry out of another MVP in 2017, and the excuse was
bias.
It's not bias. I'm using the facts they put in front of me.
Kyrie over Steph right now. Kyrie over Steph. That's my opinion.
Anyway,
this nigga. Oh,
damn.
Damn.
Ignore it and keep going. Just keep going. Ignore it and keep going.
Ignore it.
That nigga shot from the hip.
That's the only way. That's what you got to do with that type of foolery. Ignore it and keep going.
All I'm saying is you put Steph on the Nets, he's not doing that. He's not doing that with Harden. He is not doing that with Harden. He is not doing that with Harden. He might do that with a Clay. He can't do that with a Harden.
Oh shit!
Did he just say that?
Damn.
Wow.
Did he just say if you put Steph Curry on the Nets right now, he's not. First of all, I don't even know where to start to tell you how wrong you are, but I'm gonna just give you this number one reason and dead it. The reason he would be doing better than Kyrie is because he can do what Kyrie doing all that dribbling. He can do that, but he could also get you 30 without touching the ball all the time. So he can let Harden do what he doing, dribble and do that, and spot up in the corner and still get you 30 on 12 shots. Kyrie can't do that. So we're not even about to get into the difference of them as basketball players. And if Steph Curry was on that Nets team, how they probably would never lose a game, even without KD.
Here we go.
I don't do that. Kyrie
Steph
needs
can
the
do
ball.
no wrong. Steph can do no wrong.
Nah, see, don't get me like that.
You got Steph like he an angel. He angelic.
See, that's what you gonna make me sound like, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you why
This nigga ready for Steph Pat. God damn.
No. I'm telling you why Curry would thrive in that net system, though.
Yeah,
for real.
Let it be Kyrie. It's 99 problems, right? Kyrie got 99 problems.
Curry would be Joe Harris right now on steroids. All Joe Harris do is stand in the corner and shoot. Am I wrong?
Nah. Don't get me wrong. Steph gonna do his thing on the Nets. I'm just saying he wouldn't do what Kyrie's doing with the Nets.
All right.
You say he would do it better. I just don't think he would because Harden is a different type of player. He don't play with you. You got to play with him. So I don't see him playing with Steph. Steph got to play with Harden. You understand what I'm saying?
But Steph will take the back seat to Harden if he has to. And
I don't know. But that's because he had other weapons. He had other weapons besides KD. So even if he took a back seat, he still got Clay and he still got Draymond.
So listen, can we dead this? Curry is better than all those players you naming in that net system. And I'm gonna just say, Another reason he's better than Kyrie with Harden is because of the attention he attracts. Kyrie Irving doesn't attract 2 men every single time down the court. Steph Curry has 2 to 3 players on him every time he comes down court. Period. So you get that
here's
player
my
like
opinion. Steph
on,
has the best basketball IQ in the league. As far as basketball awareness and alertness on court, it don't get better than Steph Curry. But Steph Curry is frail. Don't get me wrong, he's fast, but he's frail. And I'm telling you, Kyrie could do things that Curry can't do as far as driving to the basket.
Steph drive game is underrated though.
Yeah,
it's not underrated.
He's great at finishing around the rim.
It's that catch me if you can bullshit. He outrun you to the point where he at the basket and you realize that, oh shit.
Fam, that's better.
No, I'm just saying Kyrie more of a he gonna cut you up and make it and break to the basket.
Okay. Hold on. I get what you're saying.
He just like that dribble shit. He like that dribble shit, man. That's
right.
all.
Kyrie's an ISO player who need the ball, who can only score if he got the ball, and Steph Curry is a player who can score with or without the ball. Got you.
So Kyrie's a better one-on-one player. Okay.
You can have that. Basketball is not one-on-one. 5-on-5. You can have that.
He might be the second best ISO player in the league right now. Harden obviously is number one, but
ISO ain't gonna beat 5 players.
Nope.
Steph Curry is the best 5-on-5 basketball player. Hot take. Talk my ish.
No. I will agree with you there. I believe Steph Curry to be the best overall point guard. But I still put Kyrie. If I had to put Kyrie on the court with Steph, Kyrie is going to embarrass that man.
You are a fool, but I'm gonna let you think that.
Okay.
You're a fool.
Okay.
Hey, all right. I'm
gonna have to shoot 10,000 threes.
And if Curry got to shoot 10,000 threes, then Kyrie got to shoot 1,500 threes and twos.
He ain't got to shoot nothing. All he got to do is drive to the basket and out muscle him.
What muscle? You act like Kyrie just out here hub.
That ain't Kyrie. That Kyrie my size. That nigga just skip the fuck.
So you see?
Hold on.
I see Kyrie drive to the basket with big ass niggas and go right up against him and get the bucket. He might fall on the floor, but he gonna get that bucket.
He too amazed by all that dribble shit and all that flash. He like that flash too much.
Nah, I'm from New York, so yeah, I it's the street ball.
You like that?
It's that cut you up. It's that cut you up, drive to the basket, and make you look. You know what I'm saying? Make you look stupid.
But Steph Curry's a way better basketball player than Kyrie Irving.
But he come from a basketball family, so that's not fair to me.
So does Kyrie.
It's not the same.
If I'm not mistaken, Kyrie Pops played too. But we can get on that.
Next topic.
Let's leave it there though. But yeah,
spin all this fire.
MVP conversation, I think is gonna be pretty intense. I think I got Dame, Braun, and Harden all up there in no order really. But I do think Harden's been impressive to me. I don't see how Harden
before Kyrie.
Bro, Harden is what KD gone. That is Harden's team. That's Kyrie's kind of like it's Harden's team. Like
okay.
Kyrie's just falling in line. Kyrie's just falling in line with Harden right now.
Y'all have beaten me into a corner. Y'all got it.
And Harden leads the league in assists right now. How can he deny that? He's averaging 11 assists a game right now.
He's had a triple-double in every single game with the Nets except one. Like, how can you do that?
This nigga Harden is going dummy right now.
Okay.
But I do think
they're both going dummy.
Kyrie's going dummy too, though. They both going dummy. They're working a lot better than I thought they would. I will admit that. Because I was one of the ones I was like, yo, I don't see how James Harden and Kyrie Irving play on the same team. And I didn't see how it would make sense, but it's working. So I was wrong there. And I
honestly, Kyrie playing a lot better than I thought he would this season. I thought his head wasn't really into the season to where he wouldn't perform well.
That nigga's just a baller. He get on the court, he gonna ball. So he's just one of those type of dudes. He just got to be. You just got to make sure he's all right. Like you got to be talking to Kyrie, checking in on him all the time. Like yo, you straight, fam? You good? You need to talk, blah blah. Like you just gotta watch him a little closely. But that nigga's a special talent.
He embarrassed Kemba Walker the other night.
Like he's embarrassing anybody who's trying to guard him right now. Like it ain't. He's just too skilled. He might be the most skilled. Shit, I'll say hot take. Kyrie Irving might be the most skilled basketball player we ever seen.
Yeah,
The top.
Like ever. Yeah, he need to be. He need to be in that conversation when you're talking about just pure basketball skill, talent. Kyrie need to be in that conversation up there.
He's in my opinion, he's the greatest finisher of all time at the rim.
Facts.
He has the best handles of all time. Even over AI. I love AI. I love Curry. Kyrie handles
He's smoking AI.
Whoa.
We got to do that conversation. He's better than AI.
Kyrie handles is ridiculous, bro. So
I don't know about that AI conversation. We might want to slow down.
For real.
Until Kyrie got to step over a dead body, and then maybe we can have that conversation.
Yeah.
I seen this nigga win the championship.
Kyrie
hit the biggest shot in the finals. I seen that though.
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? The one thing they try to give LeBron, they should have gave Kyrie.
Yeah, we ain't even gonna go back down that, but yes, Kyrie saved LeBron's whole legacy, but whatever.
You know what go, man. I pretty much see.
What's the next topic, man?
All right. So check this out, you guys. So next topic is going to be about Skip to My Lou. And Skip to My Lou is a whole legend out here in these basketball court streets. Part of the And One mixtape series. Like growing up back in the days, if you wasn't trying to rap, if you wasn't trying to make beats, you was trying to break ankles out there. And Skip to My Lou was one of them, where he just played good, man. And recently he did an interview on the podcast where he was just kind of speaking about his experience in the NBA. And one thing he had mentioned was about Jalen Rose, about how he was a terrible player. And Jalen responded on his podcast, well, hey, it's true. You know, I wasn't a good teammate, but I am a good human being. And Skip to My Lou admitted to that, where he was a good human being, but he wasn't a good basketball player. And that got me to thinking, since, you know, I only remember him from, let me see, Rafer, is it Rafer?
Rafer Alston.
Yeah. Thank you. So he used to play for the Houston Rockets. That's how I remember him for. I know that he played with Toronto, obviously with Jalen Rose, and I think he played with another team that he mentioned. But I wanted to bring it to you guys. Does he get his appreciation now in the NBA? DJ.
So I went after watching that interview that Skins had sent. I was like, I didn't even realize, because I was kind of young back then to pay attention like that, but I didn't realize he was going against a lot, like as far as, I want to say, players and the league, both. Like just looking back, they was calling crazy travels on him that wasn't travel. Like he was just doing like fancy moves, and they would call travel because they never seen it. You know what I'm saying? And then you could also see he got into it with players a lot, because at the end of the games he would, start dancing on them, doing his street ball stuff, and players didn't like that. So I'm thinking, looking back at it now, like he was fighting against NBA players, like, oh, you're not about to show us up, like you ain't about to bring that street ball to this league, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't know it was that tough, like he was going against that type of stuff. So I just think his legacy needs to be told at a higher clip.
Yeah, and
we need to
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we need to get his story out there, and like we damn near need a Rafer Alston documentary just to kind of see everything he was dealing with.
Definitely, and just a little bit more info on that era of, you know what I'm saying, the whole And One tournament. You know what I'm saying? How that came to be was, there was always a hype around the Rucker. You know what I'm saying, which is a historic basketball court in Harlem. And they used to hold tournaments in the summer, and those tournaments birthed other street tournaments like And One, like Nike West 4th Street in downtown, and basically And One became the more popular one because they didn't just stay in New York; they traveled, so they went around the U.S. You know what I'm saying? Basically showcasing street ball.
Right.
But one thing I know for a fact is the NBA never wanted street ballers in the league.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? You were seen as the washed up college player that didn't make it, or the high schooler that tried to go pro, but if he fucked up, and now you're just playing street ball. So these were considered like the rejects of the NBA. So once they started to get notoriety outside of the NBA realized that it's two things we can do. We can either squash this and then get, you know what I'm saying, look bad because we're canceling basically something that's not us. You know what I'm saying? It look like we're hating.
Right.
Or we could start to implement some of these players that they have and try to what they would call clean them up, even though it's hard to clean up an unorthodox player. He didn't come up in the traditional college basketball, or he might have came from that, but he's no longer of that. So you know what I'm saying? Just for the fact you said like they called a lot of traveling calls on him a lot, it's because they didn't even like that whole idea of you know what I'm saying, dribbling the ball, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
unorthodox, like not that normal crossover. You doing something, throw it over your shoulder and trying to twist around. They're like, all right, we never seen that. That has to be a travel.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just
because you never seen it,
like
make it a travel.
It was a lot of street ballers that was way better than Rafer Alston that never made the league. You know what I'm saying? Like I could name a few. Rest in peace, Ali Mo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You had my boy Mac Truck. You had my boy Hot Sauce.
Hot Sauce, a legend.
Yeah. I think Escalade passed away too. I want to say.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Escalade.
Yeah. You had Kareem Reed was in the league for like, I think he was in the league for like a half a season, and then you had Ayo, half man, half amazing. That's another dude. A Butter. Yeah. That, you know what I'm saying? These are a lot of dudes that
they the league,
huh?
WNBA. Didn't Ayo's sister play in the WNBA?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So just that whole era of trying to like, because the ultimate goal as a street baller was to try to make it to some type of professional basketball, like whether it be overseas. But yeah, the ideal goal was the NBA. It's just that, like I said, the NBA never wanted them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, man. Overall, I think the NBA needs to put more respect on Rafer Alston name. Period. That's all it is. More respect.
Sauce everywhere.
All right. So last topic, guys. Wanted to get you guys' input. What do you expect from the second half of the NBA? Khalil.
I think the second half, you start seeing a lot of teams getting more competitive since they're trying to switch that gear and get ready up for playoffs. I think we're going to see a lot of more great games. I was just looking at the standings, and a lot of these teams are 1 game, 2 games away from each other. So a lot of shit going to start to ante up and shit like that. I like to see, I think I would see LeBron try to kind of kick in that second gear because he kind of like, coasts throughout the regular season a lot. And I think he's going to try to turn it up. I'm interested to see how Anthony Davis comes back and returns because he's going to be out another 2 weeks. But I think the Lakers are doing the right thing on nursing his injury and don't rush him back because I don't know if you remember in the Cleveland years, Braun used to never care about the regular season and he didn't care what the fuck was in standings. He's just like, yo, let me get in the playoffs and I'm going to make it. Like he used to be like 5th seed and shit and still going to the finals. So I think he's like, he kind of has that thinking right now. And it's probably like, yo, tell that nigga to take all the fucking time in the world that he need. Just get back right so we can make another run. I want to see what the playoff, the MVP, how that shakes out. I think it's real competitive. We're getting closer to that trade deadline. I want to see what the buyouts are going to look like because sometimes the buyouts are the key difference in these teams winning championships and shit like that. Right. And there's a lot of key players that can make a big difference on these teams that they get brought out and the right team picks them up. So I'm real excited. Second half is better.
Like Aldridge?
Oh, yeah. Aldridge is supposed to be on the move. They're saying PJ Tucker.
Andre Drummond.
Hopefully Drummond. Oh, I wanted to bring up the Drummond conversation. I don't know if we said it on air, but there's rumors that Dan Griffin, obviously the history between him and Bron. When Bron left, he wrote the angry letter, "You're never going to win without us, blah, blah." pretty much like fuck you, yada yada. And so yeah, I guess they never really rekindled. So it was kind of weird. Even when Bron went back to Cleveland, they still weren't seeing eye to eye. But it was like, all right, Bron is hooping and he's winning. So yeah, like we're kind of happy, but whatever. But it was never a rekindled relationship. So they were saying that Andre Drummond, one of his main preferences were to go to the Lakers, and that's why it's taking so long for Andre Drummond to get brought out. Because obviously there's no trade suitors because they know they want to buy him out. So why am I going to trade for you and give up assets? But I know if I just stand put, you're going to buy him out. So that's kind of where they're at with it. But they're saying to spite LeBron, Dan Griffin is kind of holding on to him and like, all right, you're not fucking going nowhere now. Now that Bron wants you. So I think it's a little interesting just to see what's going to happen with Andre Drummond as well. See if he actually does get brought out because I don't see anybody.
Gotta keep an eye on that, definitely. For me, man, I actually want to. Obviously, they may never hear this. They might, but I want to challenge 3 teams, 2 teams, 1 player. The teams wise, Phoenix and Utah. What's up? Like, is y'all for real?
You say, yo, what y'all doing?
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all got the record. Y'all got yeah. But what y'all really gonna do?
Hey, I'm gonna say right now, no excuses for Chris Paul this year. I don't want to hear it. We give a lot of excuses. Hey, no excuses for this nigga this year.
Devin Booker, you on the clock. Chris Paul, and then as far as Utah, even though we beat them today, the Warriors. I'm not gonna say they losing anything or they lost it because they lost to us. They clearly was having. I'm not gonna say they was having a bad game, but they just wasn't. I think that 1 o'clock game kind of got to them, but. Utah got to show me something. You know what I'm saying? Show me y'all for real. Show me y'all can at least get to the Western Conference Finals. For me, as a basketball fan looking in, their season will be a success if they make it to the Western Conference Finals. Like, I'm not really expecting them to go to the finals or beat the Lakers. So that's – and then player, Giannis, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you signed a 5-year deal. Y'all ain't even number 1 over there. I'm challenging Giannis to really – show us this year that he's that player that can carry his team to the finals. For the Milwaukee Bucks, it got to be finals or bust. Finals or you made the wrong choice.
Before you go, Skin, let me jump in real quick. We got to start giving this nigga Giannis passes. He's a 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, yada yada, best record in the league last 3 years. Why he don't get that same energy that all the other greats get? Facts. I feel like he getting a lot of passes.
He get overlooked.
Ain't nobody he get overlooked. Giannis. Like,
Another player
a year for him. Like, I don't know, man. They ain't like, you know what I mean? The way that we judge Bron, the way we judge KD, all these players, Giannis need to be getting that same energy, and he's
somebody
not getting
else needs that same energy. Damian Lillard, he has to shut up or put up or shut up in the playoffs this year. Dame.
I also think it comes down to the team that Giannis is on. He on an overlooked team.
Facts.
Nobody really be
talking about that. Is true.
Nobody be talking about the Bucks.
Yeah.
But the reason he don't get an excuse is because he chose to stay there. This year was his opportunity to say, you know what, you right. Don't nobody talk about the Bucks. I gotta get out of here. You chose to stay for 5 years and put your trust into the organization that they was gonna do something as far as y'all going to the finals.
Giannis a fucking idiot.
He's an idiot.
That nigga was like, oh, KD. He's like, yeah, I would love KD or Bron or one of these guys to come to Milwaukee and play. They're not coming to Milwaukee, nigga. They want to play with you, but they're not going to no fucking Milwaukee. What is wrong with you? Like,
exactly.
So that the Warriors, y'all need a big man if y'all want to make a playoff run. Definitely. I can't wait for
Wiseman. What's going on with Wiseman, bro?
Wiseman looks solid. He has 16 and 5 today. You know what I'm saying?
He comes off the bench though.
Because our starting lineup is the best, is top 3, the best defensive rating, the best net defensive rating lineup in the NBA. With Kevon Looney in that lineup.
He gonna need at least 20 a game. 16 and 5 ain't gonna cut.
I mean,
that's too much to put on a rookie. Saying that he got to go out there and average 20 right now.
Hey, you gotta step up because your team looking the way y'all look right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all missing key players.
Look though, they had us coming into the season. They had us 13th in the West. We 8th. Right. We solid.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
I mean, y'all solid enough to make the playoffs, but not go anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
They're missing the second best player. That's unfair expectations to put on them to think that they will go to, you know what I mean, make a deep playoff run. And I think they're gonna be a tough out. But to expect the Warriors to, all right, you don't have no Clay. Curry's kind of playing with cast-offs almost damn near. Like, making to the playoffs is a good accomplishment, I feel like. And
I
they're
don't think right
competitive.
now,
They're competitive.
I don't think Curry's getting enough respect right now. What he's doing with this team, but anything I say about the Warriors is biased. But
Man,
yes,
they had us.
Steph Curry is Michael Jordan.
Nah, I'm not saying he Michael Jordan, but Curry is the most overlooked superstar that we probably ever had in the NBA, and I don't think this shit is right.
I'm telling y'all,
This shit ain't right though.
Next week, I'm ending the Dame and Curry conversation. Episode 5, I'm gonna really tell y'all why Curry gets overlooked, and it's because of the LeBron James and the Michael Jordan debate is the reason that Steph Curry gets overlooked.
All right.
Wait. So I just realized I forgot to bring this up. We may have a bonus topic. This may be an extra hot take. Why doesn't Steph Curry get the same respect as LeBron? Why doesn't he get his flowers first? I mean, DJ,
We already at an hour and 10. Y'all don't want me to get into it.
That's like this is like I don't know if this is gonna be a quick. This might be like a 20.
It's not a quick. It's not a quickie.
Okay.
I got a whole
I'll say this: Curry should have signed to Nike, nigga. That's his fault.
On the next episode.
On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
When we do that, Nike didn't even come correct with Curry, bro. They had the wrong player on their presentation and all the shit. No, he should not have signed.
Hey, Curry wanted to be petty, nigga. Sign that deal, boy.
Nah, they should have got Drake on that. They should have got Drake on that. Drake would have got Curry to sign.
Drake was still the deal.
Facts.
That nigga Drake was in the meeting with Kawhi Leonard.
and OBJ.
Let's see if anything else, man.
All right. So that is going to wrap it.
Oh, yeah. I got one more thing about the second half of the NBA. I want to see what KD does when he comes back.
Ooh, good one.
Interesting.
All right. And real quick, just a quick topic. Coronavirus and NCAA. DJ.
Personally, now that I'm looking at it, I think so. Initially, this came up because Duke and Virginia had dropped out of the conference tournaments, and also I think it was also ruled out of NCAA tournament play. But then Duke got ruled back eligible, but I don't think the brackets came out actually a couple hours ago. Next week we're gonna have brackets for our audience. So
Duke and Virginia got approved for the NCAA tournament.
So yeah, like I don't know what that was, but
I think it was some bullshit. I think they tried to skip the ACC to focus on the NCAA.
I love Coach K like a grandpa, but I feel like he tried to manipulate the system because he knew they wasn't gonna make it. So I think he tried to
Kansas got kicked out of the Big 12 tournament, but they in the NCAA tournament.
Oh, so that's what Duke was trying to do. They was trying to finagle their way into the tournament. But I don't know. I really don't know if it's a good idea to have a tournament this year, man. They using these kids so much as property. You know what I'm saying? Like it's clear that they shouldn't be having this.
When it comes down to them extorting college players, that's a deeper, darker discussion right there. As far as all the
deeper, darker
they making off these players.
Facts. So yeah, it is what it is, though. I think Duke was trying to manipulate the system and it didn't work. And I'm a Duke fan, so it's the facts is facts.
I hear you. All right, so this is the fourth quarter. We're going to do a quick roundtable. Khalil, any last words, man? Any last words for you?
Nah, I think I'm good. I talked enough fish today. This is a good pot.
It was, man. All right. Skins, roundtable, my man. How you feel?
I mean, I'm good. Embiid, get well soon. You know what I'm saying? Hurry up, get back. The 76ers need you.
I was just giving that nigga his flowers too. Fuck, and he get hurt.
Kyrie's the greatest point guard ever. You know. Nah, I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
He's trying to trigger me.
That's probably gonna be spicy, dog. I can't wait.
He be trying to trigger me. It's all good. I'm gonna be strong. For me, man, so next week I got something for y'all. I want to just kind of tease the fans. I'm gonna put to bed the argument of Steph Curry and Damian Lillard. I'm so tired of that. I'm so tired of comparisons. There's a clear 1, and then there's a clear 2. There's a clear A, and then there's a clear B, and it's time to get that out there. You can. I gotta watch too. I know what color my skin is too, but I'm gonna just put that argument to bed, man. And then also, I want to end with this. If Damian Lillard don't go to at least the second or third round this year, bro, it's time. Like, kill it. Stop.
Take him out of the conversation.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they quick to say he don't get his respect, but forget he got swept by the Pelicans and Anthony Davis 4-0. Everybody always want to give his excuse. Oh, he runs into the Warriors. He didn't run into the Warriors every time into the playoffs. There's been other teams he's lost to in the playoffs than just the Warriors.
So you want that nigga to beat the Lakers last year? Like,
no, I wanted him to beat the Pelicans. Is what I wanted, and then I wanted him to beat the Rockets. I believe they lost to, or Spurs the first year or second year, something like that. But look, time for excuses is out the window. And yes, I wanted him to beat the Lakers. Hey, you don't be talking like you that big boy on the block when you ain't. That's all. Curry beat LeBron plenty of times. But anyways, that's a different conversation.
A commentator, I can't remember who it was, but they had brought up a good point about certain teams not having fans in the seats, so it kind of affects the game. Like, fans, they kind of affect the game. Like, if they're loud, that could mess up a team's chemistry and their coordination. So he was kind of just making the argument that the fact that certain teams don't have fans, you can't really tell whether they would have win or lost because there's no fans in the stands.
That's true.
It's like them playing a scrimmage game.
Yeah. No, it's a couple players who definitely performed higher than what they really would have did. Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson being 2.
TJ Warren, where you at?
TJ Warren, another. Right. That's another. So yeah, it's but yeah, I'm challenging Damian Lillard, challenging Phoenix, challenging Utah, and Giannis. Show me something. I ain't nobody, but show me something. That's all I got, man. I guess next week we can get into is the 3-point line a problem in the NBA? I think that's a big topic right now, so we can keep that on the docket.
It need to be further back.
I think that'll help a lot.
Steph be shooting from half court. Nigga.
4-point line. It's time for a 4-pointer.
Oh, 5-pointer. Somewhere in the corner.
Right.
Yeah, but we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. This was episode 2. Salute to all the kings and queens out there. And again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Everything will be in the description of the box.
Yeah, somewhere.
See, yeah.
Yeah, but this was a good one, you guys. You guys went really heavy on this one. So episode 3 is on the way.
You know what?
What's up?
Being the stand-up gentleman we are, we're gonna give a shout out to our brotherly podcast. You know, our brother from another podcast. Shout out to this podcast is canceled. Man, if y'all want to get y'all good, good.
Shout out to Loaded.
Podcast.
Shout out to Jew. Shout out to Shiva.
Shout out to Jew.
Shiva.
Shout out to Shiva.
Yeah, good peeps.
What's going on, Loaded? Respect.
Other than that, man, thanks for rocking.
All right, man. Peace. I'm out of here.
Hey, we're gonna.
No. Skins, I need you to do the outro, fam. I need you to do that outro.
We're gonna work on a proper closing for y'all too. Right now we are. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. See y'all on the next episode of Talk Your Ish.
We out.
Yeah.